got caught up in getting the car ready for the first event and making sure everything was a go. But we made it. We did our first event yesterday at Thompson, and we definitely needed the test day. Rough start. So we woke up in the morning, it was raining, crappy day out, said it was supposed to get better. Drove to the track, ended up getting there, it was still raining there, track was soaked, infield was totally just flooded out. So we ended up going to the driver's meeting. They held off A class for probably about an hour and a half, tried to let the rain die down a little bit and the track dry up. Started driving around like 10:15. I ended up waiting like an hour and a half after that to try to let like everybody else run and drive the track. So I went to do my first run at about 11:30, 11:45-ish. Pulling out into the track, scrubbing my handbrake, making sure the pads are clean, all that, and then I tested it quick to just make sure it locked up because it was a completely new setup. And my caliper bracket broke. Put the caliper through the wheel, blew the wheel up, destroyed the caliper, destroyed the caliper bracket, just mangled mess. So didn't even make it to the track when that happened. So I had people from my team run over, grab another wheel, grab my jack, we jacked the car up, pulled the tire off, I tied up the caliper for now, stuck a new wheel on, and got back to the pits. And after looking at everything, the only option I had was to basically cap off the rear brake line and plumb in the handbrake directly to the rear brakes, because I was running obviously a dual caliper setup, and I didn't bring my inline master for my handbrake with me, so I didn't really have any other option but to just cap the rear brakes off. So basically I had the foot brake only worked the front brakes, and the handbrake was working the rear brakes. So ended up doing that. The braking felt fine, car stopped good, handbrake locked up good, so drove around a bit, tested it out, made sure everything was good, made sure nothing else was going to go wrong. Head out for a lap, performed awesome. Car ripped, handbrake locked up good, the brakes felt fine even with just front brakes. So started shaking it down because I had a completely new rear alignment, different tires, all that. So got first couple laps out of the way. Third lap, I went out, was running hard, and I felt a little bit of like a tight spot in the steering, like halfway through the lap. By the end of the lap, I pull off track, no power steering. Go to my pits, we lost the power steering pump. So now I got 3 laps in, and it is about 3 o'clock, I believe, 3 o'clock. So start pulling the pump off. Change the pump. Luckily I had a spare. Change the pump. Flush all the bad fluid out of it. Put fluid in it, bled it. Now it was 4 o'clock. And yeah, I think it was about 4 o'clock by the time we finished up. So I ended up going back for the last hour. Brakes felt fine. Power steering felt fine. Car was absolutely ripping. With the new alignment and the rear suspension setup, all the new spring brakes, all that. Car feels like a rocket ship. So yeah, we ran the last hour without any issues. Got a couple good tandems in. Tested the car. Got a bunch more forward bite and side bite. So overall, I just have a bunch of traction in the rear, which is exactly what we wanted. So, but yeah, it was definitely a good test event, that was the reason we were going there, because we had a completely new setup. There's always bugs, there's always something that's going to break that you don't expect to break, clearly. So, right now I just finished up replumbing the handbrake, putting everything back to having actual like front and rear brakes with the foot brake, but I had to go back to my inline setup because I do not have another bracket to do right now, and I'm running Club Loose this Saturday because it's going to be our last test day before competition for East 10 on the 4th. So basically just gonna replumbed up the inline handbrake. I just gotta bleed it, and we're gonna shake the rest of the car down at Club Loose this Saturday, and everything should be good. I ran an inline setup for about, I want to say 3 years. I had no issues with it. A lot of guys say that there's a bunch of issues with it, but I didn't have any issues. I just like the dual caliper is definitely way better. Don't get me wrong, way better. Because what I like to do is when I'm hand braking with an inline setup, you can't use the foot brake. It's just hard as a rock. When you got a dual caliper setup, you can use the hand brake and work the foot brake. So it's a way better advantage. But I'm gonna make do with what I got for now. So, like I said, inline handbrake is plumbed back in. We're gonna get that set up. We're gonna do nut and bolt in the car and get ready to go rip E-Town on Saturday and see if we can get this car dialed in a little bit more for competition. So that's basically where we're at. But I wanted to make a video just to, catch up on everything we did to finish the car and everything that happened at the first event, and try to keep up on updates as I go along and videos as we're making progress through the season. But like I said, beginning of the season's always a shit show. So, but yeah, so I'll basically run you through some stuff that we finished on the car, and that's basically going to be it. So we're going to get the car ready for Club Loose this Saturday, so make sure you come out to E-Town, the Club Loose homies. Hopefully we rip it hard all day Saturday with no issues, what we pray for. But yeah, let's go through some of the stuff in the car. Alright, so I did, in the earlier videos, obviously showed you we did the M3 trailing arms with the NerpTech offset bushing so we can get a better alignment in the rear, and got the alignment feeling pretty damn good. I got basically, with weight on the rear to simulate squat, we got the car sitting 0 all around. So we got a little bit of positive camber in there and a little bit of toe in on it, so when the car squats, everything's at 0. And tire wear wasn't too bad. Play around with dampering to try to dial it all in, but we got a killer alignment on the rear suspension now. The NerpTech bushings made the entire difference. Like I have so much adjustability, it's insane. I can do basically wherever I want the alignment to go, I can get it there. So definitely go check out those guys. If you're having issues with toe on these E36s, get the offset bushings. It will literally give you so much adjustability in the rear, it is insane. So got the alignment good, and tire wear is, like I said, pretty damn good. So we're gonna fine tune it a little bit, but that was mainly like the final step to getting ready for the first event, was getting it to the alignment rack, seeing what we got for specs, and it performed great. Like I said, the car has tons of grip. I put the inline setup back in. I still had all my lines connected to it, so wasn't too bad to put in. Just had to make a couple flares, and change like 2 of the flares, and then that was in. So gonna have to go back to that for now, just to get another test day in before comp. So yeah, it's basically all we're gonna be doing before Saturday at Club Loose, is just getting the brakes set up, doing the nut and bolt on the car, and making sure everything's still how it should be and tight. And we're gonna get back and hopefully shred a Saturday at Club Loose with the homies and have a good time, because I miss that place. Fucking Club Loose is the shit. Place to be. All the homies are there, always drive hard, so like super stoked to get out there and hit my first event at Club Loose this year. So I'm gonna get the car ready for it and we're gonna shred. So yeah, come out Club Loose Saturday. You're driving all day, so see you there.